Welcome back, everyone, and this is an episode of Datepod. It is episode number, I don't know what episode this is, but I'm here with Pete.
Hi, I'm Pete.
This is Pete.
What's up, guys?
I've been really excited to do this episode because I've been recording with mostly people who I record with all the time in Topic Thunder. This is like the first real branch out date, and I'm all dressed up. I feel good. He looks even better, and I am so ready. Cool. So, Peter, what do you want to talk about?
I thought we'd talk about music, live music specifically. Maybe music in bars.
Why would you want to do that, Pete?
Oh, I don't know. I've dabbled a little bit in my day of playing music in bars.
Oh, so you're in a band.
Yeah.
Right? It's called The Rockets.
Yes.
What do you do for them?
I play guitar, trombone, and cello, and sing Miley Cyrus.
That's great.
It's awesome, especially the Miley Cyrus.
I'm mostly excited for the Miley Cyrus part. Everything else you said, just forget it, because I don't want to hear about it.
That's the number one thing on my resume is Miley Cyrus.
So I'm joking. I knew you were in a band. I've actually pre-band Total Whiteout was my college entertainment for the entire duration of college.
It was a good time.
But you've moved on. I have moved on from college, unfortunately. I guess what I want to talk about, how much from college bar band to now bar band, how has it changed? Because mostly you just do covers.
Yeah, I've practically only done I mean, the original scene is a much different world from what I've heard.
Not everyone can be Fuel or whatever band was a cover band. I don't even know, a piece of shit band. Puddle of Mud, I don't know.
Are they the one that sang She Fucking Hates Me?
I think so.
Little known fact, they were my number one inspiration growing up.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay. Did you have a real inspiration growing up?
Oh, yeah, a couple.
Give me your top inspiration. Number one.
Number one of all time?
Of all time.
Oh, that's tough. To be honest, I'm just going to put it out there, and I know I might get a lot of flack for this, but when I was in high school, I was a huge 80s metal fan. And
I love it already.
I was obsessed with Bon Jovi, and anybody that knew me in 2005 knew that Bon Jovi was probably the reason I started playing guitar.
Oh, I mean, he's very hot.
He is a good-looking man.
He definitely is local enough for us. Yeah. We're Philly guys. He's from Jersey, I believe.
Heard he's kind of a dick.
Well, who isn't?
Yeah, that's true.
So give me like a lead singer, like face of a band. Like his entire band is called Bon Jovi, but there's more people in it. So clearly he's an asshole.
And he has no siblings in the band. Like Van Halen, you can understand.
Yeah, at least their both brothers are in it or whatever. But no, Bon Jovi's just Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
I just, every time I hear Bon Jovi, I think of Anchovy, like for no reason. Like I think of Anchovy and then I move on with my life. There's no thought process. It's not like, oh, what if the band was just a bunch of anchovies playing guitar? Like that's not what I think about.
Be a pretty cool cartoon, Robot Chicken maybe.
Yeah. I would watch that.
I would definitely watch that.
Well, anyway, band development from being the reckless bar band you were in college to whatever you're doing now with the Rockets.
So yeah, I went to school at Penn State University, and I had really no idea that the cover band scene was even a thing that you could do. Like, one, I didn't know that people actually like just played covers in bars, let alone like actually trying to make a living off of it. So I was at Thon one year, and I first saw the first cover band I really ever saw was this band called Go Go Gadget, who are now longtime friends of ours. And I saw them at Thon, and I remember my brother telling me about this band Go Go Gadget. He said this band Go-Go, all that they do is play covers, and they make a living off of it. And I was like, what? You can do that? So that's when we called up a couple of our friends, and I think we started playing Dispatch songs, which we realized wasn't the greatest pick. We led to playing Lil Jon songs and Backstreet Boys. And
I know when I go to a bar, I'm really trying to listen to like super mellow stuff. So when I get trashed, I don't get too out of control.
Yeah.
Like I need to be calmed, and the only way to do that is acoustic music.
Okay.
I'm lying. I'm glad you guys changed, because I don't want to listen to that ever. Well, not ever. Just not at a bar.
There is a time and place for it. But alcohol, usually not. You want to hear...
I need Party in the USA.
Party in the USA.
That's all I want to listen to. If you ever played any other songs, just forget them too.
Which, side note, is still one of my favorite guitar licks ever written.
It does have a pretty good guitar lick.
It's catchy, right?
Yeah, it's a catchy
A
song.
little jazzy. Yeah.
That and The Show Goes On by Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good.
Well, that's
Well,
the
because it's the
Modest
Modest
Mouse,
Mouse
yeah.
just sped up, but it's like good. It's like
Well, and
can
I will
listen
say
to that.
I respect Lupe because I saw him live at the what's the Penn State Festival?
Moving On?
Yeah, and he had
Yeah.
a guitar player playing it out there the whole time.
Yeah, you know, whole band.
whole band. His drummer was badass.
That's how rappers need to do it. And I probably understand it's not possible at all times, but like I saw 3 rappers. One of them didn't have a full band, but the other 2 did, and it was night and day difference in how good the concerts were.
I do realize I'm biased as a musician listener, but I will say like Chris Brown. I know he's not really technically a rapper, but I've never seen him live. But we used to back in the day rip all of his live stuff because he had a full band.
Yeah.
and it sounded so cool.
Kiss. I have one from the
Kiss
Total
Kiss.
White On. I have Kiss Kiss on my computer.
Still one
I
of my
have
favorite
no
covers.
idea where it came from, but it's there, and it comes on my iPod occasionally. I'm like, yes, because I still use an iPod. Shut the fuck up, everyone.
Hey man, iPods. Are
Every time
cool,
I use an iPod, they're like, oh, why don't you just get Spotify? It's because I don't have a data plan that can handle that. Okay.
Yeah, right. It's too much.
All right.
Too much streaming.
Anyway, so now you're in a band called the Rockets.
Yes.
And you play all over the place,
Yeah, I mean, tri-state area.
mostly like Philly and
Philly,
surrounding
Delaware,
Philly.
Yeah, DC,
Some Delco.
Delco.
Oh boy. Anyway, if you had to pick a favorite moment or like the best thing that ever happened or just something that's tops for playing, what
I
would
have
it be?
3 moments. I mean, this is not all cover bands, but 3 moments in my life that are my top 3 musical moments. And I don't think one is better than the other. They're just the 3.
I'm into it.
So I would have to say the first one is I actually went to school for cello, and I got to play with the Penn State Philharmonic Orchestra, and we actually got to play at Carnegie Hall. And we played this piece called Pines of Rome, and just playing in, I mean, I was the last chair cello because I cared more about guitar than cello, and I was pretty bad at it. Still, the experience was unbelievable. I'll never forget it. Another one is when Total Whiteout played at Thon. We played Fix You, and I mean, it's pretty cool. It was the first time playing in an arena for a couple thousand people and playing a song that everybody was singing. I mean,
We brought up Thon twice. I just want to explain. It's like the student-run philanthropy for child pediatric cancer. Just for anyone listening at home, they might not know what Thon is. A lot of places are doing their own Thons now, which is great. So you probably have heard of it at this point, but
it's a wonderful thing.
Has it even hit like a full 10 years of being a thing?
Oh, yeah.
How long's it been going on?
You know what? I actually don't know, but I feel like it's been more than 10 years.
But yeah, but either way, I just wanted to drop a little bit just in case nobody knew what Thon was, which I think would be crazy because they raise...
It's a pretty well-known thing. In
they raise
Pennsylvania.
like $10 million for child cancer every year, which is
it's a great organization.
unreal. Doesn't get talked about enough amidst other things possibly going on there. But
so yeah, that was Thon, and then my last favorite musical moment was this place down in Dewey Beach called the Bottle and Cork. If you haven't heard of Dewey Beach and you like drinking and having a good time, I highly recommend it. I got to play the national anthem on guitar, fully dressed as Captain America.
Were you on
That was with the
rollerblades?
Rockets. What's that?
Were you on rollerblades?
Unfortunately, not that
one.
exact time. But yes, I have been Captain America on rollerblades many times in my life.
It's like a weird like Disney. What am I trying to say?
Captain America on ice.
Yeah, like Captain America on blades.
On blades.
Just skating
Sponsored by
around,
Jameson.
singing Xanadu. Oh boy! So we heard your best moments, but everybody really wants to hear the bad moments. There has to be bad moments.
There's bad moments through and through. I mean, every band. I mean, when you're dealing with alcohol in those kind of settings, you're bound to something bad is going to happen.
No clue what you're talking about.
I would say probably the funniest bad moment, which looking back is kind of an awesome moment because I have this story. This was with Total Whiteout. We were playing up in Boston at this place called what was it called? Ned Devine's, and the front of the stage came to like a point.
Okay.
And it was an all-black stage, except at the very top of the point, there was a little cutout where they put a trash can. But it was a black trash can, and when all the lights are kind of going off, you don't really know that that's trash can. You just think it's the corner of the stage. So back when I used to think I was cool, we were playing that song "Feel So Close" by Calvin Harris.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's that guitar,
Yeah.
spot. So I thought it'd be fun if I turned my back to the audience and put my luscious locks out so everyone can like grab it while I play the solo. I put my right foot down, totally fine. I put my left foot down, and I just fall right into that trash can. And the guitar was the only thing going on, so it kind of sounded like when you mess up in GarageBand and everyone starts booing at chins.
Did people start booing, or were they just like laughing?
I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure they were.
Did they booed?
I think so, maybe a little bit.
You guys suck. We're hammered, and you're a cover band, but like I feel entitled enough to tell you you suck.
So,
I would have been that guy. It definitely would have been me.
Well, yeah. People didn't really boo that much. People were just more like shocked that it actually
Nobody concerned about your well-being.
No, I mean, I like to think some guys in the band did, but
This guy could be dead, but he sucks.
I think Kevin, the bass player, was filming it, and Eric was making fun of me on the microphone, and I was terrified because I smacked some girl in the head with a really heavy guitar. All right, next song, please.
You just keep playing. That's how you get rid of it. Nothing bad can happen while you're playing.
Yeah, it's so stuff like that. I've never fallen off another stage, but
That's good. You live and you learn, right?
yeah, exactly.
You start looking for those kind of
Gotten a
things.
little more careful on the stages.
You got anything else?
I mean, every year there's some girl that'll spill something electronic on the stage or something, but this is way back when we were still playing like frat houses at Penn State. Some girl wanted to give me a full pitcher of beer, which was very kind of her, and I appreciate it.
It's very generous, yes.
And I grabbed for it. But apparently she went to put her hand out with the beer in it and didn't wait for me to grab it and just let go. And the whole thing spilled over what we call like a pedal board, where like you have all your like guitar pedals.
Yeah.
We need our tune, man. It sounds so good. And the thing completely like sparked up, and it made the most devilish sound out of my amp ever. That's when people really started booing.
Were they booing you or the girl?
You know what? I never thought about that. I think they may have been booing the girl.
Yeah, because clearly she ruined it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you did. That's not part of your act. You don't just get up on stage and have some like attempt to do some like Jimi Hendrix feedback shit, but have it backfire and sound like whales fucking each other on stage.
I don't know. Whales fucking each other. That sounds pretty good.
I don't know. I think I might be into that. I have a CD.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've gotten that far enough into it to know if they were doing it though.
Yeah.
It just said whales on the front of it. I was like,
sounds like a good
I
album.
was like, this could help me sleep.
Hey, let's work on that after this show.
Yeah, after the show, we're gonna make some whales part 2.
Just pour some beer on my guitar amp. Well, that's a good start.
It's gonna be like Finding Dory, but
Yeah.
a lot raunchier.
I also this past year, this wasn't really bad. This was something that happened that could have been a lot worse. So I had spent a couple weeks before the summer. CT was one of the singers in my current band, the Rockets. He had I'd been having bad luck with guitar amps over the last year, and I needed a new one. And he had this old, what I'm sure you've heard of Marshall amps before.
Yes.
He had this old Marshall amp, which is pretty nice, but it needed fixing up. So me not knowing anything about amps, I kind of researched it a little bit and went out and got new fuses and new tubes and stuff here and there. And I finally fixed it up. And then like a couple shows in, we were playing again at the Bottle and Cork, and a Marshall half stack is something that's probably about, I would say, 4 feet off the ground, and it has a big head on the top.
Yes.
Which sits on a cabinet.
Gotcha.
Which is essentially like the amplifier is the head and then the speaker. But the head is very heavy. So I had this thing, and there's a bunch of cables that go into it, and then a girl walked on stage and tripped over all of them, and the whole thing fell off. But somehow the cables were all taut enough that it actually caught the amp. It didn't even turn off. I just turned around, and the head is just not there, and it's just on the back. We picked it up. No cables broke. The amp was totally fine, and then the show just kept going on, and that was still one of the most dumbfounding moments of my life.
That was destiny.
It was destiny.
The show had to go on.
Yeah.
Don't quit on me now, bass.
Knock on wood, that's definitely gonna happen.
All right. Before I have a game for you, but before a game, I want to do a little question about the Rockets.
Okay.
If you had to shoot, fuck, or marry somebody in the Rockets, give it to me.
All right. So out of all the members, I shoot one, fuck one, marry one?
Yeah, out of all of them.
All right. Well, there's
Well,
Simon.
how many members are there in the band?
There's
first
7
all?
of us
7
total,
of you.
including me.
So you got to pick 3. Well, you have to pick the one you're gonna kill. It's gonna be an awkward next meeting, and then you have to pick someone you're gonna marry, which might actually spark some friendship you never knew existed. And then you gotta fuck one of them, which I'm sure you all do already.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that actually.
Okay, well, beat you to it.
So shoot, fucking marry. I guess I have to kill. Who would I shoot?
The hesitation's good. This means you like them,
Yeah, I do.
I
I do
think.
actually.
or that they're
right.
all just so equally terrible that you don't know which one deserves it more.
Well, funny fact, I've actually probably kissed in some way or other most of the members of this band, I want to say. If you want to know more about that, find me somewhere that's not.
At him at Twitter, Sweet Pete, Sweet_Pete.
That's where the sweet comes from.
At him.
I guess if I had to shoot somebody, I would. You know what? I would probably shoot CT because he's the one that would probably be the most okay with it.
What does he play?
He's the singer.
He's the singer?
Yeah.
So you're shooting the singer.
He wouldn't hold it against me. I wouldn't feel as bad.
Guitar
Although
player.
I love the man to death.
Guitar player shooting the singer. I see where this is headed. All right, what's next?
Yeah, you're right. I do want to fuck CT.
We had some outside influence on that one. The guy at the next table over here is really into us.
I just think he would be the least mad. He would be the least mad at me if I shot him. I'm sorry, CT. I love you, Dad.
You couldn't be mad. You'd be dead.
We actually just filmed a video. He's kissed me like 3 times in the last week.
Although I've never really thought about that. Like, if you shot somebody, did they really have to die, or do you just like shoot them and like move on? Like, you could shoot them in the leg.
Yeah, he's got a lot of.
Nah, you have to kill him.
Yeah, all right.
He's got to die.
Well, there are 4 singers, so if I shot a singer, then we'd still be good to go.
Okay, I get that. All right, who you gonna marry?
I would probably marry Simon because he's Jewish and we'd be well off. Is that?
Yeah, sure. That's a good reason, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
man.
Well, who you gonna fuck?
I'd fuck Christian because he loves funky bass, and I'm sure he would be good in the band.
Funky bass
The
sex.
smooth
And Simon's the drummer.
Simon's a drummer.
Simon's the drummer, so you're gonna marry the drummer. It's a weird dynamic, but I think I'm into it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're listening out here. For the
they're
other
gonna
members who
get a lot of
didn't get
shit
picked
for
for anything, consider yourself lucky or hate Pete, whatever you want. To the ones who did get picked, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of you
Yeah.
that you have to put up with this. Now on to the game. I created this game specifically for you. It's called Kentucky Derby Horse or Indie Band.
I love this game.
So you're going to have to tell me if the thing that I read you is a Kentucky Derby horse.
This is kind of ironic. We actually just played a, I think, want to say the Dover Downs Horse Owners Society
Ooh.
party this past weekend. And they did give us a pamphlet with a bunch of horse names on it.
Ooh, so you might be
I have
learned.
a bit of an edge.
I don't know. I just picked horse names. I don't know when they're from or even if they're still alive.
I don't know shit.
So I'm just going to read you a name. You got to tell me if it's a horse or a band.
Or an indie band.
Or an indie band,
Okay.
yes. Speedy Ortiz.
Speedy Ortiz. That's got to be a horse.
It's a band.
That's a band?
It's a band. Off to a good start.
That's
All right,
awesome.
next one.
Speedy Ortiz.
Fear of Men.
Ooh. I kind of want to say horse just because that's a badass name for a horse. Yeah, let's go with horse. Fear of Men.
It's a band.
It's a band too.
So you're 0 for 2.
Damn it.
Medal count. Like counting gold medals, not like metal.
MED.
Like a
Gotcha.
metal spoon.
Medal count.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. I think that's a horse.
That is a horse.
Yeah!
You did it. You got one. Medal count the horse. How about avid dancer?
Avid dancer?
The thought that's going into this is clearly
I would have to say avid dancer is a horse.
it is a band.
Damn it.
1 for
I guess
4.
horse every single time.
Well, luckily
Good
you're.
horse names though.
Yeah, I know. I really went through this to pick things that would be confusing. I don't know how to pronounce this. Vincermos.
Vincermos.
What do you think?
Does that sound? I mean, it sounds foreign. And horse racing is popular all over the world, so.
This is some great
Do you love my
deduction.
logic?
Yeah.
This is why I play music for a living. I'm gonna go horse.
It's a horse.
That sounds like a name.
You're 2 for 5. All right. Beach fossils.
That's a band.
It's a band.
Yeah.
That's definitely a band. 3 for 6.
Peach fossils.
Tapiture.
Tapiture. See, the one words are the...
I actually, when I was doing this, was more convinced that like the multi-word ones were the hardest ones to figure out. Yeah. Because you always
been another one-word one, right?
There's only been one word one. Yeah, it was been Ceramos.
I'm gonna go. What was it? Tupiture?
Tapiture.
Tapiture?
Yeah, tupiture, whatever.
Tupiture?
Same thing.
I think that's a horse.
It is. It's a horse. You're 3 for 6. You're bringing it back. Oh wait, no, you're 3 for. 3 for 7. 4 for 7, maybe. I don't know. Dance with Fate.
Dance with Fate. That definitely sounds like a band that was on Pop Goes Punk.
It's a horse.
Damn it.
So we're back down. We're back down to earth. Let me do a quick count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna say you're 4 of 8.
4 for 8.
4 of 8 right now. You're right at 500%. 500%. 50%. That's a real number, huh? Sunflower bean.
Sunflower definitely sounds like it's a horse. Something equestrian. Yeah, I'm gonna go horse.
It's a band. 4 of
Sunflower
9.
Bean?
Sunflower Bean is a
I
band.
listen to these bands.
Yeah, the fun fact is I at least listened to one song by all of these people.
And?
Well, I'm not going to say whether I liked it or not because that's not what this is about. This is about you,
That's
Pete.
true, that's
This
true.
isn't about me. Don't turn this against you. Everyone still knows you're 4 of 9.
My next podcast.
Next
when
one.
I start my own podcast.
Active child.
Active child.
Your kid's outside playing in the sand. You're doing dishes, watching them from the window. All of a sudden, you see a stranger come up, and you're like, "What are you gonna do, kid? I taught you better than this." What do you think the answer is?
Active child. I'm gonna go with band.
It is a band. Bringing it back. 5 of 10.
Saying at 500%. Let's go.
All right. Next one. California Chrome.
Is car an option? That sounds like a name of a car.
It could be. If you want to guess car, I'm not gonna advise. I'm not gonna advise you guess car in Kentucky Derby horse or band. But if you,
I'm gonna go with horse.
it is a horse. That's the actual. That's like the only one I knew beforehand.
Oh really?
Yeah, that it was a horse. 6 of 11.
6
You're
of 11.
you're trending above 50.
All right, that's good.
Cannon Blue.
Ooh. I'm gonna go say Cannon Blue is a band.
It is.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're taking it home
Coming
now.
back.
7 of 12. Ride on curling.
Ride on curling, I believe, is a horse.
It is a horse.
man.
Dude, you're on a roll
What's
now.
up?
What is it, 8 of 13? Uncle Si.
Ooh.
And Si is spelled like a
Oh, S-A-S-I-G-H?
yes.
See, I thought like Psy would be a name. So that changes it. I'm going to say band.
It's a horse.
Ah, damn it.
So you
Stuck
killed
to
you
my
killed your
guns.
streak. I shouldn't have explained anything to you. That's my fault. I'll take that one. So that made you 8 of 14.
8 of 14?
Candy Boy.
Candy Boy sounds like a horse.
It is a horse.
Yeah.
9 of 15. Last question. Mutual benefit.
Ooh.
You and your friends, you're out. Have a little arrangement. It's mutual and beneficial, if you get what I'm saying.
Get some money for them, some money for me.
Little up front, little around back.
I'm mutual friend.
Mutual benefit.
Mutual benefit. Oh, I'm going to say mutual benefit is a band.
It is.
Yeah.
You got to 10. 10 of 16. Congrats. I think that's like 60-something%.
We've already discussed that I'm not great with numbers, so I'm going to go take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm right either, but I was actually pretty good. I thought after your start, I thought you were.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
you
a
were
rocky
really
start.
doomed. I thought you were really doomed to
I'm
fail.
glad I found my way back.
Technically, well, you got a D. I think at least
D?
you got a
As
D.
long as I didn't fail.
That's pretty good. That's the longest game I've ever played, so you did pretty well. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
you got 10 questions right. That's a solid
Hey.
number.
I'll take
That's
it.
a solid
I'll
number.
take it.
But it's been a great date.
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
Appreciate it for having me. It was a good time.
We'll have to do this again sometime. According
Absolutely.
to Kevin, if I get to 3 of these with people, I have to start letting it
Like
happen.
3 with the
Letting it
same
happen.
person?
Yeah, 3 with the same person. I
Yeah.
have to put it out there if you get what I'm saying. But
Absolutely.
we're only at 1, so you'll have to only keep fantasizing for now.
I can't. It's gonna be tough.
For everyone else, this has been an episode of Datepod, where I interview random friends and strangers, sometimes animals. I haven't released any of those yet.
I can't wait.
Can't wait for those. But
can we get Fear of Men on here?
yeah, we're gonna get Fear of Men, which is a band.
Oh crap! That's right.
Blowing it still. If you want more,
I really want that to be a horse.
he just wants that to be his horse so
You know what?
bad.
I'm gonna get into horse racing, and my horse is gonna be called Fear of Men.
And then you wouldn't be wrong. You can't be wrong guessing either. If you want more Datepod, go to topicthunderpod.com. Good Lord, you have me all sorts of flustered, mister. Topicthunderpod.com, where you can find not only more Datepod episodes, but you can find our regular podcast, the Topic Thunder Podcast. That also has our YouTube channel and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So go check it out. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, whatever. If you want to follow me specifically, you can find it from that website as well. Pete, any sign outs?
Nothing but thanks for having me, and I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Love you guys.
That's not how you went over dates, but okay.
Oh,
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.